Here we roll. Welcome. We are here for Ashley's Heart Song on the Win-Win Women TV network. I am your host, Ashley Torian. This is the place and the space where we get out of the stress and back into our body, our life, and our business. When we tap into the song of our heart, y'all, that is when we master our mind and the stress that can steal our life. Welcome to today's show. It is all about embodying love and courage. And I'm bringing in this topic today because we're speaking to our physical body and how we can elevate the health of our physical body, our vehicle, so that it transports us and carries us through our life with health, energy, and vitality. And yet, we are human beings. We have a brain that loves to jump into fight or flight. It loves to come to the rescue and save our life. It loves to be all up in your business when it has no reason to be up in your business. And because of that, I find that it's beneficial and necessary in a lot of instances that we learn how to embody sacred metabolizers, embody them so that we can transform our state of operation. Now, our state of operation, many people know what this is. Other people, they're like, what is this girl talking about? A state of operation? A state of operation is your presence inside any given moment. Is it stressed? Is it anxious? Is it angry? Is it frustrated? Are you, I'm using it in place of you, are you love? Are you courage? Are you commitment, compassion, faith, forgiveness, surrender, truth, gratitude? Where are you on the spectrum? Are you above the line or are you below the line in any given moment? And when we discover and we get in touch with our state of operation in any given moment, that is when we can master our mind, master the words, the thoughts that are going through our mind, master our perspective of what we are thinking to be true in the moment. It's all about our perspective a lot of times. And I'll tell you a story about that in a little bit. But let's just kind of start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning of what this really means on our state of operation, especially in these sacred metabolizers of love and courage. What it means is that we are the biological equivalent of love or courage. The biological equivalent. What that means is that you feel it in your body. You feel it in your cells. You feel it in the marrow of your bones. You feel it in your heart. The way that you are acting, the way you are speaking, the way that energy is coming up off your body is love or courage. Now, we can think about love and courage. We can think about, oh, I just love that girl. Oh, I just love apple pie. Oh, I just love, and we can talk that, but it's when we feel it in our body and we become the biological equivalent of it, we become that love biologically, that is when it enhances our metabolism, enhances the functionality of our body, enhances our cells. They are dancing, they are joy-filled, they are happy, they are communicating. That is when we are vibrant and our vitality levels up. So let's take a moment right now and just check in. What is your vitality right now? So just pause right where you are, close your eyes, take that breath. And just check in. Physically, how do you feel in your body? Do you feel energized or do you feel kind of tired? That'll let you know where your physical vitality is. And if it's tired, you know that something needs to happen in order to turn that around. And many times it can be based on your mental or emotional vitality. So let's take mental. Mentally, how are you right now? When you just tune in mentally to your state of mind, your frame of mind, your perspectives, your interpretations today, when you tune into that, are they above the line in thinking? Meaning, are they filled with positivity or are they filled with negativity, which is below the line? And you can gauge where you are on that spectrum. So that could be impacting your physical. What about emotional vitality? Where are you emotionally? Do you find that you're a little moody and a little edgy? That's below the line. Or are you above the line? Are you filled with love and joy and happiness, and you're laughing and you just, oh my goodness, you feel like everything is possible? So you have those two extremes, and are you anywhere on that spectrum with your emotional vitality? If it's below the line, then that could be impacting that physical fatigue, if that's what you're experiencing. And then we want to check in, just pause for another second. Take that breath in through the nose. And connect. Where are you spiritually on that spectrum? Where are you? Did you take time to connect? Are you able to connect quickly to your creator, to your reason for being? Spiritually, are you at ease? Or are you spiritually below the line? Are you disjointed spiritually? Are you misaligned? Are you disconnected? Do you feel like you are in this life all alone? And if you're there in that space, then that can also have an impact on your physical vitality. They all work together. And if we can start with one and build with the next one, and then the next one, then the next one, we'll find that those four aspects of us come full circle and they begin to feed each other. They feed each other. So if you just shift one of those, then it will impact the next one and the next one and the next one, to where pretty soon you're going to feel and you will be embodying those states of operation that are going to keep you above the line. So let's take a look at the transformative power of love and courage. You know, what we start with first is by simply imagining. We just start with our wonderful imagination and how we are created to use that imagination. And when we daydream, that's our imagination. And when you're daydreaming about things that you would love to do, things that you love, things that you would love to have the courage to do, when you daydream on those experiences that have brought you to where you are in that positive way, when you begin imagining your favorite vacation or what you would love to do for your vacation, when you go into that imagination, you begin to feel it, especially when you really spend time with it and you begin to go deep into it, you can begin to feel that way. Have you ever watched a child sitting there? They're not playing with anything, but they kind of zoned out, and they'll get this smile on their face. And sometimes they might even giggle. They are inside their imagination, and they are the biological equivalent of what they just imagined. And I don't know about you, but there have been times in my life, I used to be a big daydreamer. Oh my gosh, I daydreamed all the time, and I would feel it, and oh, it would just feel so good. I loved daydreaming. I would daydream just to pass the time. And it was so fun. And then, y'all, life can hit you. Life can come upon you and just break you down. You can turn black and blue and be disappointed, disjointed, dissatisfied, discouraged, all the disses. and we stop using our imagination. We start falling into that trap of quote unquote reality, which reality is what you choose to believe reality is. That's what reality is for you. It's whatever you choose to be your truth reality. But when we get inside of all the disses, the disappointment, the discouragement, dissatisfaction, when we are starting to live inside of that, we stop using the imagination and we begin only feeling the biological equivalent of dissatisfaction, discouragement, distaste, any of the disses. So what can we do? How can we change this? How can we begin using our imagination again so we feel it in our body? And that is by selecting a time of day, whether it's in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening before you go to bed. Doesn't matter to me. Just get started playing with your imagination. And since we're working with love and courage, I want to invite you to reflect on something in the past, whether it was an experience you had, a story you heard, whatever it is, and notice, and you want this story to be around courage, whether it's a story about courage or your past experience about courage or love, either one. And I want you to daydream inside of that experience. Just daydream inside of it. And if you can recall, what was it that you felt in your body in that experience? Do you remember what it felt like? And you might have to really tune in. Picture yourself going through the motions of what you went through before, or if it's a story you've heard about someone else or a fictional tale or something that just seemed very courageous to you, then imagine that in your mind and feel yourself being that character and notice what it feels like to be courageous or to be in a state of love. Notice what it feels like in your body, all the senses, right? We're feeling this sensorially. What does it feel like to be in that state of courage or love? And I want you to sit with that. Just sit with it for a moment, what it felt like. And then I want you to recall, if it happened in real life for you, I want you to recall what was the ending impact that taking that loving step or courageous step, what kind of impact did that have on your life? Now, notice the biology in your body that comes from that realization. The impact of standing up for yourself, the impact of stepping forward and showing love and expressing love to someone that your fear-based brain was saying they do not deserve this, but you took a stand and you did it anyway because you knew from your heart that they did. What kind of impact did that have on your life, on relationships? Notice the biological impact that has within you right now as you're even thinking about it. Be one with this feeling again. Don't let it go. Sit right here. Sit right in it with me. This feeling. Now, this biological equivalent to love or courage, whichever one you tapped into, can be yours any moment of the day. All you got to do is think back to this moment when you were feeling it in your body, the moment you experienced the story, the moment you experienced that experience, when you were in there and inside courage and love and feeling that, you're in your imagination. You can go back to that several times a day to bring that equivalent back to you. And that right there has the greatest impact on your energy. the energy of your physical body. It has a huge impact on your state of mind as you move forward through your day. It has an incredible impact on the emotional balance within you. You begin to feel inside of positivity. You begin to feel those positive, love-filled emotions. And when we feel that, we are that. So it truly is about taking time to visualize the experience that you want to have or did have, embody that experience, embody the story, embody the state of being, and bring that inside of your daily routines. Bring it to you getting ready in the morning. Bring it to in the way that you move and exercise. Bring it to the way that you eat and the pace in which you're eating and the attitude that you have over what you're eating. Bring it to your conversations inside your relationship. Bring that presence, that state of operation of love and courage into the way you operate your business. And that right there will make the greatest impact in your health, your energy, your vitality, your relationships, your business, the foods that you choose to eat, the way in which you exercise, the length of time you exercise, because you can exercise and move your body for a longer period of time when you're feeling the states of operation of love, of courage, of commitment, compassion, faith, forgiveness, surrender, truth, gratitude, joy, peace. You can exercise longer when you're coming from those states. You choose different foods to eat when you come from those states. So after imagining it and then feeling it in our body, the most important step to take, especially when you're eating, exercising, in a conversation with a loved one or any of your relationships, business relationships, working your business, is to declare it. Declare it out loud. And when you declare it out loud, you're voicing it. So you're using your throat chakra to voice this. And if you cough, if your throat catches any of that, I want you to notice it. I want you to take a breath. I want you to solidify yourself even more inside that state of operation. And then you declare it out loud again with a clear voice, breaking through the fear that has been sitting inside your throat chakra. Speak it out loud, declare it out loud with enthusiasm, with feeling, with emotion, with intention. Be emphatic about it. Have truth ringing through the words that you're speaking. And if you're curious as to about, okay, so how do I declare this? What do I do? Well, I have some that I'm going to go through with you right now that are more centered around love and courage, but you can use them for anything because they're good for anything. And I wanted a pretty good long list. And so I went and found Louise Hay's top 101 affirmations. And I am not going to go through all 101 affirmations, but I am going to go through some of them because they are really good. And I'll say them relatively slow so you can write some of these down if you want. But remember, you can always catch the replay. And you can go to the same spot on the WinWinWomen.tv network, or you can go on my YouTube channel at Ashley Torian, and you can watch this. It is Ashley's Heart Song, episode 305. Yep, episode 305, and you can go back and review these. I am courageous. I am courageous. I am love. I am love. Sometimes the most simplest statements give us that time to dive into our mind, our heart, and our emotional center to really get it embedded. So before you do any of these other affirmations, start with the simple ones. I am courageous, or I am filled with courage. I am love. The point of power is always in the present moment. Sometimes when we're lacking the courage, we are thinking that we have no power. How are we going to move forward and solve this if we do not have the power in which to do it? But the point of power is always in the present moment. I am comfortable looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. I really love you. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. I love that one. Sometimes when you can feel like life is just beating down your door, or you feel like you just can't do anything right, that is when we say, I say yes to life, and life says yes to me. I am divinely guided and protected at all times. I am divinely guided. That'll give you courage. And protected, even more courage, at all times. I claim my power and move beyond all limitations. I claim my power and move beyond all limitations. Whatever I need to know is revealed to me at exactly the right time. I love that one. Whatever I need to know is revealed to me at exactly the right time. In those moments when we are scared, filled with fear, because we're not sure what to do next, maybe what to say next, how to find that solution, knowing that whatever I need to know is revealed to me at exactly the right time, trusting in that, oh, that'll give you courage. I am loved and I am at peace. I am greeted by love wherever I go. And if I feel love within me, then guess what? You will feel love outside of you. I am greeted by love wherever I go. I am thankful for all the love in my life. I find it everywhere. I am thankful for all the love in my life. I find it everywhere. I come from a loving space of my heart, and I know that love opens all doors. That's a good one. I'm going to say that one again too. I come from the loving space of my heart, and I know that love opens all doors. Here's another one on love that's really good. Are you ready for this one? This is really powerful. Loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. Whew. I return to the basics of life: forgiveness, courage, gratitude, love, and humor. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. Many times we give our courage away. When we give our power away, we have given our courage away, our bravery away. We've given everything away. I am in charge, and I now take my own power back. Can you feel that? Woo! Yes. I have the courage to live my dreams. Yes, you do. I have the courage to live my dreams. The last one I'm going to share with you today. It is safe for me to speak up for myself. It is safe for me to speak up for myself. If you have had problems with your throat chakra, and you would know that you do by either something going on in your throat, no matter what it is, that would be the energy of your throat. And it is usually speaking your truth, your voice, speaking up for yourself, standing in your power and speaking that power. That is the affirmations we'll want to bring in. So it is safe for me to speak up for myself. I encourage you to take these to create your own ones that really resonate truth for you, ones that are designed around your own journey towards vibrant health, towards living with vitality, towards really allowing the 4 aspects of you to live in harmony and to work with each other and to grow and impact each one within you. Create those declarations that are truth for you. How do we do this? How do we even know that we are in this place where we're needing these declarations? So we've been speaking to, in the last several episodes, we've been speaking to slowing down and bringing in the breath. Slowing down and noticing. And if you will recall, at the start of this episode, in the beginning of it, I had you slow down and tune in. We took a breath. We tuned in to the vitality of the 4 aspects of our beingness. And in that place, we became aware. And that is what slowing down does. Slowing down allows us to become aware of where we are in space and time, who we are in space and time, who we're being in space and time. And when you slow down and you're in awareness of that, that is your greatest power right there, because right there you can change. You can change your course. You can change the pathway that you're on. When we slow down and become an awareness and get in tune, get in with our breath. That is when we know where we are with our biology. Are we standing in courage? Are we standing in love? Are we standing in faith? Are we standing in truth? Where are you standing in? And by being the biological equivalent of those, by being able to shift into it, because of that state of awareness, you can just shift. You can make that decision. I am love. I am peace. Just by being aware of that state, tapping into it, because you've been practicing using your imagination, right? If you've been playing inside that imagination, step 1 of your imagination, and feeling that, step 2, and feeling it, then you know how to step into it. So you're going to adopt this slow down method and be in that state of awareness and noticing, go, wait a minute, I'm doing the freak out dance. I'm going Mach 10 with my hair on fire. What's wrong with me? I am storing fat right now. I don't want to do that. I want to mobilize fat for energy. Therefore, I'm going to shift into peace, gratitude, love, courage. I'm going to shift into that state of operation. What does that feel like? Use your imagination. Feel it, declare it. I am love. I am grateful for all that transforms in my life. Yes, yes, yes. So when you are there, you slow down and you've used that awareness, you have just transformed. You've shifted. You have now become the biological equivalent of whatever you used inside your imagination. So integrate moments of slowness into your life. No longer operate in the busy and the chaos. Foster mindfulness and presence. And use your breath. Use your breath. Let's do a little breath right now. We got 3 of them. Are you ready? We're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. And we're going to do that 3 times. And then on the 4th time, we're going to breathe in for 4, exhale 8, and hold for 8. Are you ready? Here we go. Breathe it in, 4. Exhale 8. 6. 8. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Now inhale, 4. Exhale, 8. Hold for 8. And relax breath. And sigh. Yes. Use that breath work when you are in that place of needing to shift. You've been in Mach 10 with your hair on fire and you need to bring it in. You need to rein yourself in. Get inside your imagination. While you're in your imagination, breathing it in for 4, exhaling for 8. You could also breathe in for 2, exhale for 4, whichever count feels best for you. But the inhale and the exhale differ by 50%. So inhale is 50% shorter than your exhale, okay? Get that breath, that circular breath going, in motion, in fluidity, bringing your attention and your awareness to presence, and then get inside your imagination and breathe naturally and evenly while you're in your imagination. Get into the feeling of that, embody it, declare it out loud, and you just did it. You just transformed yourself. Now, y'all, this takes practice. It's not something that just happens easily all the time. It's practice. It is so much practice. And give yourself some grace. You're human. You are human. So give yourself that grace that you deserve when you find yourself Mach 10 with your hair on fire. Remember, we have this brain, the fight or flight brain, and it loves to save our life when it's not necessary. So you just give yourself some grace, recognize it, don't admonish yourself, don't criticize, don't judge, nothing. You just go, I did it again. And you go right back into the breath, awareness, imagination, feeling, declaration. Tune in with me each week on Mondays at 3 p.m. Central Time for a fresh episode of Ashley's Heart Song. And join me next week as we continue to armor up our life. And be sure, if you're watching this through YouTube or somewhere else on some other platform, listening to a podcast, be sure and click subscribe so you can get updates on each new episode that comes out on Mondays. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, have fun practicing imagination, feeling, and declaration. See you next time.